Hello. Hello. Hang on. Okay. Welcome. Welcome everybody. Today is a good day. Today is a glorious
Not the
day.
Shoobs board.
Today is a glorious day. Is this a shoes board? this is a Taylor board. This is a Eternus Decorum X Beppo board.
Shoobs built it.
Oh, did he? Taste. That's what that is. That's taste. I don't know why. I don't know why it's so blaringly
Did he?
bright today. Hold on. It's fine. We're gonna be building a really dark board today anyway. But yes, today is 40s Day, aka February 9th, aka the 40th day of the year. And so we are celebrating by putting together my new case design, the Ribcage. So this uses the Skelett 40 PCB by Novel Keys.
Why does a CF plate cost so damn much?
Because nobody wants to cut into carbon fiber. It's like really hard to cut through
Hello,
laser fiber, is it
everyone.
not? It's something like that.
It is $60.
Yeesh. Eh, that's crazy. But yeah, Scale 40. So we're using this PCB. I got it on sale for like $22, but the full solder kit is available on Novel Keys for $32. And so you take that, and then you take my case, and then you got a keyboard and a case. In other news, we had a good day of football. We had a really good day of football. I'm not even personally invested in any of these teams, but this was a good day of football. Anyway. Yeah. So yeah, so we're gonna take this, disassemble it, because I built it dry, so I have to go ahead and solder everything together now. Put it back together, and then we'll be. So let me put these away. I was thinking of switching out the switches for the CIY Red Lotus, just to keep things like, on color, but the Gatoron box pinks
The
actually
keyboard
feel
looks
pretty good.
cool.
Thank you. This is my very own case design, number 2. So I am very proud of how this one came out. One of the really cool things about this, and I'll show you once I get this all disassembled. Oh, I forgot to spawn you guys. Got to turn on the fish. Sorry. The really cool thing about this case design is that there are 0 metal screws. There's like 0 like fasteners. Everything in here is 3D printed.
Have you typed on carbon fiber?
I have. Honestly, it does sound thin in some ways. What
Is it good?
what board were you going to what board were you going to put carbon fiber on?
Speaking of fishing, Meridian R3. Top mount. Time to grind.
Meridian Morale. Hmm. Let me looking at this real quick. Oh, the Prime KB
The
one.
record is in repeat.
Oh my! I thought that was intentional. Uh-oh. That's new. I've been listening to so much like vaporwave and future funk and like sampled stuff. I thought that was intentional. It sounded really good. Nice pull, nice fish. Oh, twice in a row? Crazy. But yeah, there are a couple of um pretty neat principles for 3D printing that I used for this board. So if you ever design something for 3D printing, might want to check this out. I honestly I don't remember where I picked up these techniques from. Um I just remember somebody like mentioning it like on, I think it was like r/functional print. But anyway, so yeah, the way that this case holds together, um, so all of these accents are just clips. So you have 8 clips, 4 on each side. You have 4 clips on each side that just kind of slide out, and then they just kind of slide in. So I've designed little grooves on the top and bottom half of the case so that they all kind of slide together. And it kind of it holds itself in just really well just by like sheer friction. Like I want to say I've like disassembled and reassembled this case like 8 times at this point, and I haven't felt any loss of like holding power. Um but the second thing that's holding everything together, so before the cases,
Gonna head to bed soon.
okay, good luck being in bed. Yeah, I kind of took a nap after I finished watching the Super Bowl. I was like, this is good. I gotta go take a nap. Hold on, let me take the plate out. So I'll get to the plate in a sec. But the other thing that's
Gonna
holding
tell you what
this
switches I am
case
gonna use
together,
for the Meridian R3 MX Butter brands.
MX Butter Brown on carbon fiber. I think my instinct would be to stick with aluminum if you got aluminum. Um, carbon fiber sounds like a little bit like more muted in a way, in my experience. The board that I have, it's with carbon fiber. It's called Gemini. It's a gasket mount, and so I have a aluminum plate and a carbon fiber plate for it. Um, and I much preferred the aluminum plate. I was running BCPs, like just full BCPs on alu. I had used the carbon fiber and it just kind of felt like flat. Um So if you have a Switch that's like
Do you have a
very
top mount board?
I have a few. I just don't have a top mount board with I don't have a top mount board with what am I saying? With carbon fiber. Um this board, Bepovan, is actually top mount. This is top mount. MB44 top mount. Coriander is top mount. Um did I build UE40? Yeah, I built UE40 on stream last week. That's top mount. Um I have a bunch of top mount boards. They're just, really simple to design and they still sound pretty good. Anyway, yeah, second feature of what holds all of this together without any sort of metal screws, if my camera decides to focus. I got these 4 plastic little
I had a
pegs.
good fish grind 7 rare 5 common to uncommon 1 epic.
Oh, and so what these actually are, these are just extra pieces. These are just pieces of 3D printer filament. So the cool thing is that, because 3D printer filament is so like tightly controlled in diameter, like it's 1.75 millimeters plus or minus 0.03 for most manufacturers.
And
So
one of my monitors just died.
you do not seem to have very good luck with computer stuff right now. Um
AFK for a sec.
anyway, what that means is that if you have a hole that is if you have a hole that's printed or drilled out, in my case, to roughly 1.75 millimeters. I think I have this drilled out to 1.7. Um, what you can do is you can just go ahead and press fit.
It's not the first time it likes to suddenly die, so I just slap it back to live.
Well, it's more like
Life 8
it's more like a slip fit now.
asterisk.
But yeah, you just chop up a few pieces of spare filament, um, and you just like press that in. So then you do the same thing. You do the same thing on the top case, and then they'll mate together. It's aligned, and it's a pretty secure hold. So I did that for the middle because we have the clips holding the sides out all together. So I just needed something to hold the sides, like, or the front and back side, so that they don't like slip around. Let me go ahead and get this record
One
changed
slap
out.
of the monitor and it's fixed.
I don't think I've played this yet. Ace Rock L Universe. All right.
New record time.
Let's put the Supremes away. What the hell did you pull? Oh, Hirose. That's rich behavior.
I keep getting legendary switches. At plastic underscore bits
Oh,
lucky
is this?
lol.
I think this is just one song.
Well, it's queso.
I think that's just one song.
Arcade Friendo.
Latosh, welcome. Welcome, welcome. You've come just in time. This is my very own case design. This is my product. So I'm building it on stream for everybody to see and laugh at me. Where did I put my
I'm almost at a class promotion on Voltex, queso.
Oh. So I think I've covered the
And
case.
Jalen saw me that day.
Sorry, Jalen's over at the round one side. So this case is technically bottom mount, sort of. So what I did was so this
Also
plate.
at K, so Vita PCB has been Milmax for the Meridian.
Okay. Yeah, that shouldn't make that much of a difference in sound. So yeah, I guess if you try out the carbon fiber and you don't like it, then you can always switch back.
So I could buy different
I
plates.
I would say if you're not sure, stick to aluminum. That seems, because it's been kind of the hobby standard for so long. Um, you really can't go wrong with aluminum in most parts. Yeah, speaking of plates, this is a 4.8 millimeter thick plate. So full. I know it's supposed to be 5, but 4.8 usually gets me like all the way seated into the PC. Like the bottom of the switch is touching the PC. Um and so what I did was I printed out the plate with these like little pegs which mate into the bottom case. Um there's a it's a similar mount to um there's another keyboard called Hull by Evan the Trash Man. Um which used 4 screws, kind of like two on the sides, just like this, basically. So I've chosen to sort of recreate that in a 3D printed format. Um, so the bottom case just has this little boss, this little outcropping on each side,
Hey, queso.
and then the plate,
My printers have been sitting for 2 days straight.
the plate just kind of like snaps in.
I ain't got a darn thing to print.
So it all holds in on the bottom. So this is usable at this point, but just use the top case. Hey Wise, welcome to my the introduction for my 3D printed case design. And so I use the same thing. I use the same filament. Um, I use the same filament pins for the foot. So it doesn't show through on the thick part of the case, but basically I have I don't think I have filament on me right now. I was kind of moving things around earlier today. But basically what you do is you feed filament through both pieces, and then you just use your flush cutters, and then you just like cut it
Honestly,
flush.
might print this case if it's available to just have my printers do something prob
So
won't build it though lol.
there's no glue, there's no screws. Like this is literally all just filament. Um so it's held together by 5 pins, and like there's just enough misalignment to sort of like keep everything aligned. This isn't a high wear thing where this is, like you're stressing this joint per se. And so because this is
I will
always just
say
going to
using the
be
filament is super
compressed
smart.
on the desk, um there's not really a chance of the foot just kind of slipping out. In fact, as you put it on the desk, right? So there's kind of like a shear force because it's like angled, right? Because you're typing down.
Lots of prints
So
use
there's
that idea for low use hinges, etc.
Yeah, exactly. So I got it off of like the functional print Reddit subreddit. So there's kind of like a directional force, so it's not going straight down. Um Basically the pin hinges are pretty secure is what I'll say. Ah,
Damn subs are now
Yeah,
$8.
it's fucked. 300 little perk. Welcome.
That keyboard is fire.
Crazy name happening. Welcome. I have to find out where I put my I have to find out where I put my switch puller. Of course, I could just not use my switch puller. I could just raw dog this and just start soldering as is. I guess I should. I just kind of wanted to show off the plate, but I guess we'll just zoom in. So
What's the top case look like?
the plate has little cutaways because, you know, otherwise if you just like press it in to just like a square hole, the
Did you
pins don't
remember to
clip,
release
right?
the keycap tray? Just wondering.
Oh fuck, I forgot to release that. Okay, I gotta do like a mass like printables upload. I also made room for stabs, but I don't feel like using stabs today. We're just gonna raw dog it. All right, let me show you. So it's an HHKB top. I did also print a regular top if you know if having those extra keys is to your liking. Um, but I've been using, or I want to try HHKB
What do
top.
I buy with the point from Fish Game?
Unfortunately, there's nothing to buy. I I was gonna try and figure that out like a few months ago, and I just kind of forgot. I just kind of forgot. See if I can assemble all this without the plate.
Where's the PCB from?
The PCB is from Novel Keys. PCB is from Novel Key. There we are. So Skelett 40, the solder only kit. Um, I got it on sale.
These kind of niche custom keeps make my AKS 068 and or K8 for Dinky-o-Mow.
I got the PCB on sale like during their winter sale, I think, for like $22. But even at the regular price, 32, it's still pretty good. Um, and so the reason I made this case is because if you see the case that comes with it, it's just like a skeleton case, which is just two FR4 PCB material plates like stacked on top of each other. Um, so I just wanted to dress it up a little bit more, and so I was kind of like thinking of ideas. Oh, you know, it's called Skelett. What if we like, you know, like skeleton? So I was like, you know, what if I had like ribs kind of like holding everything together? And so the idea of the rib cage was born. So this is what the case is gonna look like once it's all put together. I just have to solder up the PCB and toss it in there, and then we're all good. So this stream is gonna be me validating the design, and then once I have made sure everything works, this will be going up on
I wonder how
printables.
much material the keycap trays would take if I did like 10%
This
infill
will be
and no
going up
top
on
or bottom
printables.
layers.
I don't know if I'll do like a group buy. I'm not sure I have the capacity to do like, you know, a mass 3D print order per se. Um, so I don't know if I'll do like a group buy for this. My it's also, you know, the whole thing is that it's supposed to be like real low cost. Like it's, you know, no additional fasteners to buy, no extra bits and bobs. Like it's literally all just 3D print.
Let me know when it goes up. I will print it fully on my Voron BQs. Why not?
All right, yeah, you'll get a ping on the Discord once this comes. I need to make like a new role for like project pings, because I have like the stream announcements, right? I gotta start doing a thing for like project pings so that um people know when stuff like this goes up, because I have I have another idea in the works. Um, Slight spoiler is that it's going to be a Bakaneko.
Yo,
It's going to be a Bakaneko compatible project. Hey Kev, welcome, welcome to whatever the hell this is.
this is such a cool idea.
Thank you.
I have a few projects I ended up releasing on Thanks, and so far they are doing decent.
I
Happy
gotta
40s Day!
Happy 40s Day. Exactly. This is exactly like I busted my butt off to get this design made before 40s Day so that I could stream it, and it'll go up on printables probably later tonight. I just have to stay conscious after the stream today. To make sure I have noise suppression on. We're gonna hit the MF solder. Also, I'm making the decision to raw dog this with no stabs. We'll see if that comes to bite me in the ass later on. But these are box pinks. These are Gatoron box pinks. There shouldn't be that much like wobble, you know. Um, I think we'll be fine. And the way that this is designed is that if I do need stabs, I could just drop it in. So there's nothing impeding, you know, there's nothing impeding the stabilizers. It just kind of slots out. So if I elect to make that decision later on, I have the freedom to do so. But yeah, I don't know if you guys were watching the Super Bowl today, but I think the desired result has happened. That was a complete shutdown of a first half. That went pretty crazy. 2 interceptions from Patrick Mahomes, or 2 interceptions thrown by Patrick Mahomes, which pretty much everybody's tired of seeing that guy's face nowadays. But for people not as interested in football, the Kendrick Lamar halftime show I thought was pretty good. I really liked how he like when he called out Drake's name. I hear you like him young, and then he just like looked straight into the camera, straight into the TV's soul. Why is this not? This is not heating. Maybe it is heating. Maybe it's just a problem. The lights are kind of off today. I don't know why. I did kind of like move lights around because I was taking
I feel like a good chunk of people that watched it were there for the KL show.
yeah. I mean, there's not because like everybody's team except for two teams are in, right? When it comes time for the Super Bowl, if you're not rooting directly for one of the teams, or you don't like watching football, you're in it for the halftime show and you're in it for the commercials. And I felt like the commercials fell really flat this year. Like, forget exciting. There wasn't even really anything. I feel there weren't any commercials I felt that there were like memorable. Like the only thing I remember was like from the pregame show where Martha Stewart was doing the slick back, like that glide step technique or whatever. Like I'm really racking my brain. I don't remember the rest of it. Harrison Ford was in a commercial, but I don't know. I don't remember what the commercial was for. Um, either us as like Americans have been like so collectively brain rotted by like TikTok and whatever that like traditional forms of advertising no longer work for us, or the marketing teams have really sort of not the marketing teams have really sort of like fallen flat this year. And I kind of remember thinking the same thing last year. So maybe maybe we're just immune to ads as a society now. Since we see so many like other ads in like everywhere,
I just look at ads and laugh at some of their mess up spots they made in editing
we become numb to it.
or acting.
I will say I was like kind of keeping a little bit of an eye out for just like some really like uh what's it called, some really like obvious telltale signs of like really shit like generative AI being used in like the supermarket or Super Bowl ads. Um, Nothing really stood out to me in that regard, so I guess that's okay. Except there was like one where there was like somebody who was like auto tuned, like going down the streets of New Orleans, kind of like singing in like very auto tuned, and then the streets got like taken over by like waves of color, and it's like that sort of like color grading and like copious amount of color usage that gets me suspicious of generative AI usage. But also it's like New Orleans and Mardi Gras and all that kind of stuff, so it wouldn't be out of place for them to be using like crazy amounts of colors there. So they whoever that ad was for, they get a pass for now until the graphic design and video production salutes come out of the woodwork to say, yeah, that for sure was like made with AI. I can't say anything decisive with my own eyes, but also I'm just not as well versed on the subject. Also, one thing that I haven't really gotten yet as far as like plate design goes is like support for multiple layouts. Like you see how this PCB has an option to sort of like there's like a couple of neighboring holes to like slide the the right shift key, like kind of shift these keys like to the side. Um I guess I kind of know how to do it. It's just like I'm very opinionated when it comes to layouts, and so the layout that I've prescribed on this plate is the current layout that this will be until somebody like remixes this and like makes their own plate file or something. I don't know how to go about making it so that people can
It would appear record has finished.
that it has. I don't know how to go about like opening up this plate so that people can like make their own plate files because the one everything's kind of misaligned by 0.025 millimeters because um I forgot that the distance from like the edge of
The
the plate
TTS
hole,
says something's weird lol.
the distance from the plate hole to the edge of the plate, I forgot it was 5.025 or some like 2.525 or some like really small fraction of a fraction of a millimeter like that. And so this is very, very, very slightly off balance or off center. I think I was able to like fix that in post somehow. Well, we'll change genres real quick. I don't know if you guys have listened to Los Retros. These guys are pretty cool. If you guys like indie kind of emo-y surf rock in a way. This these guys are for you. So yeah, it really is like this is also I guess this is my second year of like being like actively interested in football. Like I still don't know like player names and all that kind of stuff, but I'm starting to learn enough to where it's like, oh yeah, that guy definitely, fouled because of offensive pass interference or, you know, like why don't they just go for fourth down or why are they going for it on fourth down instead of just punting? Kind of macro level decisions and stuff. But I'm definitely like a casual sort of fan. I like the Niners, but mostly that's just because that's what my family likes. That's what I grew up on, and that's my territory per se. And they had the really good storyline of, oh, they picked up missed they picked up this quarterback, Mr. Irrelevant, like literally last draft pick, and then it's like finally his time because like the two people the two other quarterbacks like before him are like go out because they're injured. And so he starts against like none other than like Tom frickin' Brady, and then he like wins. So the Niners had like a really good storyline going, and then um they were getting close to winning everything. They were getting close to like winning it all, and then uh what's it called? Yeah, Brock Purdy, he got injured during the division finals, and then everything just kind of collapsed from there. Purdy had to spend like an entire offseason recovering from his injury, and then like he came back, and this season he wasn't doing so hot. Everybody else on the team was getting injured, which seems to be par for the course for the 49ers. Play hard until your body explodes, I suppose. All right, let's get this PCB tested because I forgot to do that beforehand. Is this a Vile board or a Via board? Knowing novel keys, this is probably a Via board. Uh, let's see. Okay, it is a Via board. I see. Which means I have to switch browsers. I got to use Microsoft Edge because I don't have Chrome on here. I'm not a let's see. Use via dot rise. Got it 40, connect. All right, we're doing it. Okay, everything works. Now I just gotta go bind everything. Backspace. This. Oh, what? I'm hoping it's not an issue with the player. That's crazy. Layers. So this becomes layer 1. This is base layer 2. If left control, left alt. in escape. Escape. Where the hell is escape? Oh. So I just have to remember the corner keys do not exist for me. So I actually don't have any HHKB style boards with like corner blockers. Um, I had one forever ago. It was the Tokyo 60. That's like the only HHKB I've ever had. I'm just I'm I really like having like my pinky do things on the bottom row. So I'm like super what's the word? I'm not very acquainted with HHKB, but really like how it looks. What else do I have to do? That should stay open. This should be colon. This should be apostrophe. And on the base layer should be. That's how things work on keyboards. Um, 5. Delete is over there. Oh, I gotta set this to enter on the bottom row of yep. Let's enter. I want this to be escape. So okay. That's gonna be question mark, and then um Windows is gonna be right there. Escape will be on a layer. It sounds kind of cursed. I I feel like I'm the only person that ever puts escape on a layer because I don't feel like I need access to it at a moment's notice. I don't know if that's just me or not, but
I'm attempting to link two small steel chains together and I already hate trying to do it.
yeah, linking changes. I I do not envy. I do not envy your position. Those become the brackets. This becomes that.
I don't really use ESC either.
Exactly. So I just kind of tuck it away in a layer. If I can't fit it on the base layer, like it's one of the first things I cut, and I move it to the I move it out to a layer. I just have to figure out where I'm going to tilde.
The worst part is the only tools I have right now are wire cutters and a singular pair of pliers.
Unforge. So I need Alt. I need Control, Shift. I want this to stay accessible. I guess I'll put it on Enter for now. I'll see how I feel about that. I don't feel great about putting Enter there or putting tilde on Enter, but
And I can't hammer the link back together as it's 12 p.m.
down. Right. WASD page up, home page. So Uh,
Wait,
Other side. Uh, Page up, page down, end. I think I've
I
covered
wonder if a C-clamp would
everything.
work.
Print screen. Do you have an arbor press? You could arbor press it back. Do I need to bind insert? I guess I should. There, I'm gonna insert here on end. Yeah, I think that's all I need to do
Hey,
for
I wish, but no.
that's all I need to do for configuration.
Just absolutely obliterate failed prints.
So the one thing I'm not as confident as in PC and case design yet is designing the USB port holes. So this kind of worked, but just kind of by sheer coincidence. Um well, I'll put it together and I'll show you what I mean. So just slide off the 4 clips on each side. And these things definitely have like grip to them. Um so I recommend, like, if you are going to print this out for yourself, definitely like push it on both sides with like both thumbs, because if you try and sort of like torque it on one side, sometimes it ends up working, but you're ending up putting a lot more force on your fingers than necessary, and it's really like your fingernails that are taking the brunt of the force. So I don't really recommend it. All right, so we slap this in. So I tend to like hook one side first and then sort of like it kind of clicks in. It'll like click in um place. So press down, make sure you got the pins aligned, and then you slide your clips back on to hold everything.
Well, this sucks. I can't find my C-clamps.
Unforged.
And I used them yesterday to flatten a failed print.
Los Retros is kind of channeling some Beatles a little bit. My hands through her hair, both of us thinking how good it would. Na, 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 na. Oh yeah, hold on. How do I show this off? There is a surprising amount of flex in a thick 3D plate. I really don't know how I'm going to show this off. Maybe like this. So this is bottoming out. There is flex going on. So even though this is like bottom like pin mount, it's not on in a thick plate that it's not like some like hard piece of plastic that like pushing in. There is a give to it. There which I was actually kind of surprised. I thought this was going to be a lot stiffer, but those. I suppose having the mounting points only be on like the lateral ends, like there's no points like up here, right? And so it kind of lets the center kind of flex in. I also tried to have it so that there's like a little bit of like lateral movement available, but with the tolerance of my printer, I was just kind of it just kind of like presses in. Like it's pretty well located. Also, PBT fan sets super underrated. Like the legends are pretty crisp. Like
Found a clamp.
I feel I feel like this is like
Finally.
one of they really found a font that like works. You know, like sometimes there's like some fonts, right, that feel a little for lack of a better term like corny or like artificial cuz they try and get too close to like the original like, you know, Cherry Gordon fonts. And so it just looks like a clone, you know? Whereas this they deliberately kind of went away from that and chose a font that's very sleek, it's very modern. It's its own thing. So I kind of appreciate the font that they went with here. It also kind of feels a little familiar. I don't remember the name of the font off the top of my head, but I feel like this is a font I've seen graphic design before. Um, should I put feet on here? I suppose I should. I haven't really designed like, you know, recesses for
Are
rubber
these
feet.
ABS too?
Yeah, these ones are ABS, I believe. They PB it's so weird that they made, you know, they go by the name PBT fans and then like a lot of their sets are in A. Um I think they have come out with some PBT sets as of recent, but yeah, this is an ABS set.
LOL yay.
We might as well put feet on here. Yeah, I'll make like a 1.1 update.
Okay, chain link clamp now to pray it don't go kaboom.
I'll make like a 1.1 update to like add recessed feet holes or whatever you call it, like locations to put your feet down. I don't know. I kind of did some testing without the feet, and it sounded pretty nice. But maybe that's just me. But you guys will be the judge in a couple minutes. It's all set up.
Recessed holes is what I call them.
Okay. I finished my coffee. But Anyway, yeah, so kind of back to the USB port. So
Where the C clamp did not work.
unfortunate.
Work asterisk.
So it kind of worked here. Um, it's pretty darn flush
Queso
with
VA.
it's pretty darn flush with the case. Hey Froggy, what's good? Pretty flush, but there's like this like little outcropping of PCB that I didn't really know how to design around, so I just kind of opened it up.
YOYOO.
Today,
Low time to have it just frickin' welded closed LOL. Dang 40s have been getting a resurgence lately. I was thinking about you today. I cleaned my keyboard for the first time in too long.
dude, same. So I was taking pictures of all of my keyboards, right? Because today, hey Tony, but yeah, for to both of you, Today's 40s day. It's the 40th day of the year, February 9, and so everybody's showing out in full force.
Yo, I need a brush like that.
Oh, yeah. So I've just been going to town on all of my boards with this brush. I've just been like, ba 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 ba. I mean, compressed air would probably work better, but
Baba baba ba. Vixen best 40% at K, Sylvie didn't give me lol.
also so true. Vixen is 40. Hard to choose my favorite child, but I think Vixen would probably be a really strong contender for that. What was I gonna show? I was gonna show something.
Damn, I'm a clown.
Oh, you're no, you're what's his face from WarioWare? Oh, oh.
Oh my god, hey ha ha.
You're Jimmy T from WarioWare. I think you're able to change your avatar to whatever, but I'm actually not sure how to do that on the viewer end. Oh, goodbye, Shaq. Blowed. All right. Let's see. Let me turn this off.
XD. You
Put
can
on.
set it to whatever you like.
Oh, we're gonna put on the binaural so that we can do some we can do some type testing type activities. We can do some typing type stuff happening. So, yeah, this is my very well, this is my second case design. Um, this is the Ribcage for the Skelett 40. Um, fully 3D printed, no metal fasteners, no extra stuff to buy. You just buy the PCB from Novel Keys. You print the case, you put it all together, and then it's all done. But let's yeah, I printed it myself. So I have like a large printer that it's mine, but I have it at work because it's like very large. So yeah, this is very much like a I did everything myself except for the electronics. So I'm pretty proud of this, but we will see because we're gonna take it on its maiden voyage of typing. So once again, Kale box pink for reference. Yippee. Oh, is the noise gate on? Uh, it shouldn't be. It is a pretty like deep sounding keyboard. Like it's very bassy. Oh, I'm fucking stupid. Sorry. Okay, there actually was noise suppression on. My bad. Okay, I kind of threw. I don't even know. Oh, okay. I know why this happened because this is the mic. This is the mic that I'm using when I play VR because this will capture my voice from wherever in the room versus this one, my Fifine, that will only pick it up when it's like 3 inches from my face. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. All right. For real this time. For real this time. All right. For real this time. There we go. Okay. There we go. And it's like I didn't realize it because I have it monitoring on my headphones too. These are the Gatoron box pinks. I have not done anything to these. I actually got them as like part of a board that I got secondhand. It's these. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's these guys. The Gatoron Box Ink V2 Box Ink Pink, 110 switches. Well, I got like 45 switches, but yeah, yeah. It's these little guys. So I'm running zero stabilizers because it has like the box stem on it, so it should be pretty stable, like not a lot of wobble. Let me put this on real quick. Gold? What the hell is gold? Just print more stabs. Uh, how long did it take you to print all the components? Um, I did it over the course of a day. So I think printing the top and bottom case together took me 2 hours. Um, Printing the clips took like 20 minutes. How do I give people gold? Can I do it through here? Uh, so printing the clips took 15 minutes. Printing the top and bottom case took me 2 hours, and then printing the plate and the foot was another 2 hours. So let's say 5. All right, there you go. Now Now, Froggy, you got a hundred gold. Um, but yeah, I would say this is like roughly a 5 hour print. Um, it's probably less if you can fit everything together. Like I printed the top and bottom cases together at the same time. I printed the plate and the foot together, but I printed the clips separately. Depending on, how big your print bed is, and then, if you want to have like multiple colors per se, you could, you know, make it longer or shorter based on how many colors you're using. But for a case like this, it it really does lend itself well to what's it called? Doing like multicolor. How wide is the case in millimeters? I don't remember. Let's see. It should fit on your typical bamboo, 256 bed, but I'm going to open up SolidWorks. Let me just check real quick. Bro, SolidWorks does not like SolidWorks is logging me out. This is fucked. You go when that's printed tomorrow, Voron. Okay. I do for designs that it has to be able to fit at least on an Ender 3. So unfortunately, it's not possible for most 40% case designs. Um, it's not possible for. Can I not pin this to taskbar? Sucks. Um, it's not possible for most 40% keyboard cases or just keyboard cases in general to fit on an Ender 3. Unless you print it vertically like at an angle and stuff like that. But let me confirm by launching install. I have SolidWorks installed. What are you talking about? Please, SolidWorks. As good as the actual like SolidWorks program is, the licensing that I have, like all the licensing hoops that I have to jump through to like turn it on, are kind of garbo. I'm gonna say. I'm not a big fan of how they have set up their hobbyist license.
Is the dimension in the code file?
Um, it should be, yes. All right, let's see. Let's see. Evaluate, measure. So from side to side, it's 248. Just under 256, or yeah, just under 256. We are so back. This will fit on your typical non-mini bamboo printer. So 248, and then 92. So yeah, you could probably print the top and bottom case together in the same print. So what I did, um all right, let me fire a Bamboo Studio here and kind of show you how I print this. Um well, file new. All right, I just have to install a profile for the A1 or something. All right, so we got the A1 print bed on here. Or my files. Document Skelett. All right, so we got the top case, and I'm exporting these as step files. I don't really like using STL files because step files can be modified after the fact. So the way I do this, so I am going to flip this so that the face that like faces like the top face is facing the bed. And then the bottom case is fine as is. Um I'd probably for me I'd rotate these 90 degrees. I guess it only really matters if you're using a bed slinger, but I just do it. I've done it on my core XY as well. Um Hit arrange. So the cool thing about this is it prints without supports because I have, I have 45-degree overhangs for everything. So everything runs on 45-degree overhangs. So there's no supports or anything necessary. If you're worried about bed adhesion, what I did when I was printing is I used mouse bites. So it over here, graph layers, no, could be in others. I use Orca Slicer, so when I'm printing at work, um, power no, brim type. Bamboo doesn't have mouse bites for their brims. Yeah, that's crazy. Anyway, if you know what mouse bites are, then mouse bites are perfectly fine for this. Like the only reason that you might have trouble is one because they're like all the way at the very edge of the print bed, and the first couple of layers are you're gonna have like these disjointed sort of segments when you're printing. Um, if you trust your printer to do this, then you don't need any sort of like support material or skirts or anything like that. Um, but I did mouse bites when I was printing mine, and it came out just fine. Um, I'd probably recommend three or four walls for this. Um, Trying to remember which area is kind of suspect. I think it's over here. So maybe it kind of gets close, like over here, but it should be fine. I didn't have to do any sort of like post processing or anything. I just kind of like went in. I just kind of one shot the prints. Maybe if it was like this. No, that looks okay too. Yeah, I don't remember where I was having troubles. Cause yeah, those overhangs should print all right. I modeled these holes as hexagonal poly holes for the filament, but my printer just kind of printed them out as circles anyway. So I don't know if your printers will slow down and print these as actual hexagons. But that should help with dimensional accuracy. Um, Otherwise, just use the time tested technique of the time tested technique of a drill bit. So I just use a drill bit. This one is just under. I'm too poor for a Mitutoyo, so we just have to go with like the Amazon calipers. Oh, this is actually dead on 1.75. So yeah, if I found this at at a craft store. You'd probably get this size at like Harbor Freight or something like that. But this came in like a little set of like pin vices, like a hand drill. Um, but if you can get a 1.75 or like a 1.7 millimeter drill bit, it would be perfect to drill out the case, because it printed undersized for me. I don't know. Think it seems pretty hard to print like tiny holes. I didn't really want to mess with hole compensation. Oh, what you do here? Take the good old DeWalt. And take it nice, and slow.
Dual 20 Max Lithium Ion Tract.
Exactly.
Back, what did I miss?
We're sizing, we're making our holes to size. We're using the DeWalt 20 volt max brushless motor hand drill. I would say if it like prints undersized, then that's probably like better, because then you just ream it out and then you got it at the exact right size that you need. Just be delicate, don't like you'll feel when it bottoms out. Like don't try and you know just YOLO it and just push through the whole thing, because then you'll just drill a hole in the case, which is not great. Um
Why do I find it funny that there is a chat picture of the drill?
I got it from
Propicuse, I did not expect that.
I got it from
LOL.
another streamer I follow. Um they're on like a quest to find like the most unnatural, deranged, um like the most unnatural, deranged chat emotes as possible.
DEWALT2 of EMAX714 Interkiller Socklacliff DCS570B.
So yeah, you just take some spare filament off of a roll that you're, and then just trim the ends. Like you probably want, I just kind of eyeball this, but somewhere around like a 1/4 inch. Like even this is too much. Like I've budgeted for 7 millimeters of pin between the top and bottom case. So if you know what 5 millimeters looks like, you can just aim for 5
I'm live.
and you'll be fine. I'm very familiar with
Final
5 millimeters look
me
like.
FR.
I'm very familiar with 5 millimeters. Me too, Kansa. Me too. Just in time. Look, it's the gamer board, black and red. Well, it kind of looks orangey on stream, but it's you.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, all you got to do. So you just trim these
Hello
five
there at
millimeter
Canso
pieces.
underscore P.
You just trim these pieces and you just stick them in there.
Hello.
Just jam it in. Oh, I think I've trimmed them. I think I've trimmed them too small.
I just
Maybe.
survived a bout with food poisoning since last night.
Holy. Hope you are. Seems like everybody's been getting hit with food poisoning recently. I know. So you got hit with food poisoning. I think Chu got hit with food poisoning.
No, this time was real bad.
Yeah, no, same thing. Like she had to go to like the ER type food poisoning.
Like I let out so much I was suffering from dehydration today.
Holy.
Oh, okay, not that bad.
Yeah, people got bad food poisoning like these days right now. I don't know what's going on, man. Somebody better
But
call the
yeah,
boys
4
over at the
hours of shitting,
FDA.
and then I finally barfed, haha.
Yippee. Hope you got hydration
FDA
now.
gone. Oh, my FDA gone.
Me when I get rid of all of the governmental oversights that keep us safe and then the price of eggs goes up anyway.
LUL.
Anyway, yeah, it's like a
Wonder if
pretty
there is a emote for a Ryobi drill.
so Shaq,
What you mean bird flu impacted supply?
if you have 7 TV, if you have 7 TV, I'm using 7 TV for like all of these emotes. I mean, yes, but also, you know, they've been ordered to hide the fact that there is a bird flu pandemic going on. So that certainly hasn't helped things. As long as you pretend the problem doesn't exist, everything's good. I think I might have to drill this out a little bit more. Having a bit of a time trying to stick a piece of filament in this hole.
How is the channel name spelt?
Wait, which one? Oh, I'm talking about the app or the extension 7TV dot app. This thing.
Ah,
So let's see. Ryobi. Do I have Ryobi here? No, I think I have Makita. No. I just have the DeWalt's. I just have the DeWalt's in my stream right now. Because I'm very much a DeWalt person. I mean, realistically, I don't really have brand loyalty to power tools, but it's very funny. All right, let's see.
speaking of my drill, I go to change its batteries.
I haven't charged my drill since I got it like years ago. Let's see about adding some new emotes, huh? Let's see. Makita. No, not Makima. Where let's see. Where's the trending? No. Exact match. There we go. DeWalt. Is it? Let's see. Is it this or is it better? Or do I have to like personally? Hold on. Let me hide this real quick. Uh, because there have been a lot of
Do they have any from Milwaukee?
there's a lot of emotes that have been approved for my channel. And a lot of this is Meepergon, so you can thank Meepergon for all of this. Oh yes, the Heimlich maneuver. That is exactly what's happening. Oh, I have the entire Morbius movie as an emote. Yeah, that's crazy. Let's see, Milwaukee. I'm pretty sure they have Milwaukee. Jesus Christ. Oh, Meep has put so many damn emotes on here.
I can't get it to load because I use Oprah Nuu.
Cause he used Oprah? I actually okay, let's see. Milwaukee. They do.
OLPRHH.
All right, let's add these. We got Milwaukee
Now,
20,
yes.
29, 28, 26, M18 cordless lithium ion 6 tool combo kit. Yeah, we'll add that. We're getting that.
Mao.
We're getting that actually. Let's see. Milwaukee M18 fuel 14-inch hex driver. Yeah, we'll add that. Milwaukee M18 fuel. Wait, removed? Was it on my thing already? Oh, I already had it. Wait. Wait, I gotta put it back on. I'm stupid. They were already in. Meep already put them in. Yeah. I'm surprised it doesn't work on Opera because Opera is chromium. Everything is chromium nowadays. It's kind of fucked. Our our browser base. I don't know what else to call it. Anyway, also if you guys didn't see my post on
I can't get it up at
Instagram
all.
or Reddit or whatever. So this was my celebration picture for 40s Day. So this is every most I can't even say this is every 40% I own, but these are most of the 40% that I own. So
Wow.
I was having trouble like lining them up to display because there's just like so many of them. And I kind of like sorted it by color. Um so I have like the monochrome and like the multicolor in the middle, and then everything else is like sorted by their position in the rainbow. So from the 12 o'clock position on the outer ring, so we have Ferris 40, we have Let's Tango, we have Baby V, we have Prime E, we have Skelett 40, Ribcage, we
That's
have
quite a
RR
collection.
40, We have Grouper in a 3D printed carpool case. We have TKL, WKL, or TKL, FRL, NRL, MLAO. I don't know if my mouse is showing. My mouse probably isn't showing. After cursor. Hello? Are we? There we go. Okay. So Ferris 40 on the top. Uh, Ferris 40, Let's Tango, Baby V, Prime E, Skelett 40, RR 40, Grouper, TKL, FRL, NRL, MLAO. This is Quark. Even though this looks like a plank, this is called Quark. It has like a different bottom
All
row
that work
PCB.
just to put it back onto the shelf cover.
Exactly. Well, what I did was I took photos of everyone, of each one individually, like front and back, before putting it back.
Oh, there's no Ryobi drill emotes.
I swear
Rip.
there was like Ryobi. Quark, Vixen, one half of Cornet, Suffer, um, Danagon, round 3. No, this is monorail. This is a monorail PC, but it's based off of Vanagon. UE40, uh, S42, not from Sam, Field Trip, uh, Masonry, UT 47.2, Disorder 30, Boulevard, which is a open source clone of the Avenue, which never shipped. Coriander, TPS 40, Oceanographer, Hydra, Bully, the second half of the Cornet, Beppo Van, which is on my desk, and then from the inside ring, 12 o'clock, is Hubris, Alex 40, Ristretto, Prime E. This is the actual Vanagon round 3 piece. Oh my god, I'm blanking out. This is like the second to last one. Fucking, it's the KVD fans one.
Dualst 1844 Fendestrian 18 in Chivalakisha Fintwit 3 Speed Heavy do Turicard 1 8 Elagesta.
NIU Mini, that's what it is. The NIU Mini, that's right. And then Long Boy in the center to kind of cap it all off. So, I was I was gonna be like, I can't remember the names of all of my children. Fucked out. I don't think I've added that on the Vault DXF on here. Add to. Okay. Now it's added. I think it won't show up on stream, but it will show up in chat if you have the emote. But yeah, that's the 40s spread.
Oh, that's
And
cool. It shows what channel has certain emotes added.
yeah. And I definitely have to start paring down on this
Dualst 1844 Fendestrian 18 in Chivalakisha Fintwit 3 Speed Heavy
because
do Turicard
there
1
are
8
definitely some that
Elagesta.
just kind of sit on the shelves. Like my, if I'm not using it, it should sold. But there are some that are
Still
nice to
no
have
work.
for collector's value. Yeah, I mean, if you have the extension installed, then it'll work. Like it shows on Twitch chat for me on my end. But yeah, I have to get rid of like some of these duplicates. Like one of these Prime E's I'm not using anymore. The RR40, I don't really like the software for it, so I got to get that going. Um
I have the extension.
Boulevard I don't really use. Oh, maybe you just have to refresh. Maybe a refresh might work. Well, yeah. I love the idea of Boulevard. I just have not been using it.
It's gonna be one of them things I speed till long to
Um
figure out.
Everything else has kind of stayed in rotation. Maybe Hubris can go, but yeah, it's hard. It's hard letting go of boards. Like so back when I first started out, right? I used to
Drum roll, will it work after a refresh?
I used to sell my previous boards in order to get
Duals
funds.
1844 Fundestrian 18 and Chivalcation Finto 3 Speed Heavy do
Oh,
Turret
it's not
Hard
gonna
1
show up
8
on
Awajesta.
yeah. It'll show up on your side,
A
but
why it
it
worked.
won't show up on stream chat until the next time I go live, I believe. Um but yeah, like when I first like started in the hobby, the way I was able to like build new boards is I just sold like whatever I had like previously built. So I had like this Magic Force 68 that I had put Zelios in.
Makes sense.
So I was able to sell that for like a pretty penny because you know the Zelios were worth way more than the board. Like this is also before Zelio V2s though. You know, this was still pretty like early on in the hobby, and so there weren't that many like switch choices. But at the time, Zelios were still like the switch to get as far as like tactiles go.
Am glad I found this LOL.
Um so yeah, I had to sell that to get a new board. I got the cool KULES something something. So that was like a TKL. I
Now
put
I have more
GMK
things to add to my op
I
step.
put GMK Hyperfuse on there. And then I sold that as like a combo. Dude, selling GMK Hyperfuse is still like one of like my biggest regrets of all time. Selling GMK Hyperfuse and selling DSA Borealis. Like those are the two sets that I wish I could have back. Like I've sold a bunch of stuff since then.
Natch Tarbite for me.
Wait, you had Noctarvite? Yo, that's crazy. I don't when did this happen? I don't remember this. Was it just something that you had like you held for like a minute and then just like let go of it? I don't remember you having Noctarbite. Maybe I'm just like memory hold right now. Let's see. I was gonna do like something else today, but I forgot. Oh, yeah, I guess I might as well.
I had it for the Matrix Corsa.
Oh, I see. All it works. I might as well get this ready to upload to print. I will do that right now. Printables.com. Create model. Wait, did I take pictures of this? At least something that I can actually use. Photo. Oh, that's right. I did my like little photo shoot. Um Honestly, the red is kind of like this like laser red in real life. Like it really is just like a bright like fire truck red in a way. Like this was taken on my iPhone, so it did kind of, you know, emphasize the color a little bit, but in real life like the red really is like that bright. It's like searing my eyes on on the screen. Oh fuck, this is a live video because iPhone videos like
When I
are like
printed it will
live or
probably black
whatever.
with a very dark blue.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, you can get the Skelett 40 PCB, which I'll probably be linking in the printables upload. Um, I'll probably be taking care of that off stream though because I have to like I have to take glamour photos of this that can actually be used as like photos and not like a video file. Um, so I have to navigate that off, and then I have to find because I didn't design the keycap trays on this computer, so
Either I will build it or not.
the design files for that
All
are in
depends.
like a separate folder. Oh, did I fucking die? Hello? My phone didn't die. It's the connection that just died. What's happening? What's going on here? What is occurring in this situation? Maybe I reset this. Sorry, I gotta fix this one. I don't know what the hell is happening. Okay, there we go. We're so back. We're so incredibly back. Oh, yeah. I mean, realistically, like I just wanted to show this off. I wanted to show off my spread for 40s Day, and I do feel like we've achieved both of those directives. Um, I can run a few more type tests if you guys wanna hear this a little bit more. Um, should I try with the full top? I don't know if you guys were to get this board,
Would
would
it be
you?
possible to set it up for hot swap stuff?
It is possible. Um, Not by default, but there are things you can solder in. They're called Milmax sockets, which you can use to um turn it into a hot swap board. I actually was kind of I was actually kind of looking this up for somebody earlier today. So it's these little things like Milmax hot swap sockets. So what you do is you solder these little like barrels into where you would usually put the switch connectors. And then that makes it a hot swap keyboard. So they have like little fingers that like grab the switch pin on the inside. So you don't want any of the solder to get inside the actual socket itself. Like you want it to solder around. Um like so.
Huh, I will have to keep that in mind.
So there are like this kind of hot swap socket is like that's what people use in like dedicated hot swap boards, but can't use this on you can't use this on here because it doesn't have the PCB footprint for it. So use these Milmax sockets for solder boards like the Skelett 40. So there's a few different options. I might use the
Because I
3305 in
honestly
here.
might build it and use it.
Oh yeah, that's like a cross like a cross profile shot of what it looks like when you're installing it. So the cheap ones are the 0305, but they make the switch kind of like stick out of the piece a little bit more. The 7305, 3305 are a little bit more expensive per socket, but they make the switch sit flush against the PC, which is a little more desirable. Um, so I've done this on stream before, but this is kind of roughly how the installation goes. If you don't have switches on hand, which I do recommend. Like my personal recommendation is installing it. Like you slide the socket onto the switch, and then you push it into the PCB, and then you solder the socket in there. My reason is because that kind of aligns the internal, like there's the, again, like I said, there's like little internal fingers inside the Milmax that need to be like lined up against the pins of the switches themselves. Oh, like what it, like yeah, like what he's doing. So he's sticking them on the switch. Through get a really tiny, like a really tiny like pencil tip. I'm glad he's using the same technique that I am. I'm pretty sure if I remember right, the Keeb.io guy is like a he's like there's like a license, there's like a soldering like certification or like license or whatever.
That's the manufacturer recommendation as well.
Okay. Thank goodness. But yeah, you solder it in place like with a switch installed. There are people who just like they like stick all of the sockets in and then do like they tape it to the PCB and then they just like solder them like row by row without having switches in
People
there.
just do the tape method since it's faster.
It doesn't feel faster. I don't know. That just feels weird. That feels so off for me. Like getting the internal fingers aligned just feels like so important because it sometimes it feels like it just doesn't go in if you don't have those like fingers aligned. I think it also helps extend the longevity, like the cycle life by having them aligned because you're not like, you're not forcing the internals out of the way. Anyway, yeah, that's how you would make this a hot swap but I would 32 is it's not bad, but when it's on sale it's like $22. So that's like a really nice price for like a bare PC. Um I just bought another PCB for my next project. Just like the PCB by itself. I paid $40 for that. Um, shipped. So that's kind of this is kind of like what you would expect to pay for a PCB, like 30 to like $40. But 22 is like a really good price, especially for something that has all of the like components pre-installed, so you don't have to like solder the Arduino in there or whatever. Um, so yeah, it's a really nice beginner kit, and it's also going to be the same um layout as the Mini Me 40
Just
later.
note if you're going to Milmax, the sockets will cost as much as another board.
Yeah, that is kind of true, unfortunately. So just kind of here, like, because there are definitely like cheaper ways to get them. Um, but kind of going back to Keep.io, um, so a 60 pack, and you need 2 pins for each switch, right? So a 60 pack will actually work for 30 switches, and they say as much down here. So if you wanted to Milmax this Skelett, the Skelett 40, You need to buy two of these. Uh, so 18 bucks times two, so 36. Um, so if you if you're really indecisive about your switches, then yeah, it'll be worth it to mill max it. Otherwise, um, if you already know that you like linear switches, just get something that is tried and true, and then just solder it directly, and then you save yourself $30. So that's my recommendation. Yeah. So case design 3 well, it's not really a case design per se, but it's a project that is going to be Bakeneko compatible, is what I'll say. It's a Bakeneko compatible project. Um, I don't know, like I'm not really gonna say much else because I have to figure out if this wild idea of mine is actually gonna even work. But I hope to have it ready before the next meetup, which let me go ahead and chill that right now, actually. Um Next meetup, the Sacramento keyboard meetup. Um in Sacramento, February 22nd at the Bike Dog Tap Room by my friend Nap Wizard. So that's the next meetup that I will be going to. If any of you are going, I will see you there. Free entry if you want to show off your boards. It's a $5 donation. So the entry fee is not a typical entry fee. So what you do is to register to showcase your boards, you actually donate $5 to a one of the relief efforts for the LA wildfires. So um one of the recommended organizations is this one, the Fire Relief and Recovery Fund. So if you donate $5 and you provide proof of that, that will get you in to showcase your board. So I thought that was a really cool way to sort of like fundraise for fire relief. Um, they also recommend Altadena Boys and Altadena Girls um, organizations. Altadena Boys, Altadena Girls. Yeah, let me just drop these links in here real quick. I think personally, this is the one I'm going to be donating to enter the meetup. I mean, of course, you don't have to do this if you're not going to the meetup, but also it'd be nice. It'd be nice. Not you know telling you to go and do anything exactly like right now at this moment, but it is what I'm going to be doing before the meetup on the 20th. So hopefully I'll be showing this off. I'll be showing off my masonry, my first case design, and then hopefully I'll have my next case design, my next project design ready before that. Yeah, very very fun things in the coming days ahead. Um I have anything to bring up? I suppose we could end it here because I do need to spend some time. I have to upload the VOD. I have to upload this model up to printables. Um, have to get ready because we're going back to work tomorrow. Unfortunately, is Monday, which for most of us means that we're going back to going back onto the grind. Anyway, yeah, that's anybody else doing keyboard stuff at this very moment? Who else is out here? Same category.
Again, Pulls, let me know when the model goes up so I can get it printing tomorrow.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of ending a little bit early so that I actually can, um, I can actually do all of this like uploading stuff. I can actually sit down and do.
Understandable.
I everybody else has gone to bed. I can't even like raid like I don't know games done quick or whatever. We'll chill for today. We're gonna go to bed, huh? Let me do one more sound test.
LOL, yeah, they just ended.
Unfortunate. We'll do one more sound test to cap things off, and then we'll all say goodnight. Turn that off. Turn this back on. I'm resisting the urge to like turn on the drill ASMR. Okay, one more time, and I'm gonna headphones off for this so I can actually hear what I'm listening to instead of just monitoring through the microphone. Let's go. I mean, the the main thing that I'm happy about with this that it doesn't sound like thin, like it doesn't sound like it's um a thin walled like injection molded case, like it really does sound full in a way. I don't know if that's because of the rubber feet or if I'm just like that good at case design. But it's not like super rattly or anything like that. It's not like super like thin and tinny sounding. Like it's very full bodied. It's like, but it's also not like a thuddy like dead sound. Um, like it sounds like a proper keyboard. Is my personal take on it. I might be biased because I'm the one that like designed this, but I'm kind of wondering like what this would be like if this were like a full like CNC metal design. I don't know how you'd I don't know how you'd do these like I don't know how you do these cuts if you were doing this in metal. That might pose a problem. I don't know because I really did design this like specifically for 3D print, so it kind of has a lot of features that are endemic to 3D printing, like a lot of 45-degree chamfers, um, some really thin walls. I guess thinner than you would like really CNC. So it'd be interesting, and it's step files. So if somebody's brave enough to take the step files that I uploaded and like run it through like a CNC or something, be my guest. But also, um, good luck because it probably won't work, or it'll cost like $5 trillion to cut like a 45-degree into the side of a case. Like yeah, good luck machining features like this into a block of 6061. I suppose I should learn how to design for metal. I mean, I kind of do because it's what I do for work, but not in the context of keyboards at the very least. Like I know how to do, like press fits and like GDT and all that kind of stuff. Oh, the school CNC's been going for a while. I don't even think end mills are made to like 90-degree like tips. Oh, they're either like flat or they're like ball tip or whatever. I don't know. Like that's the only way I could really see somebody doing this is like doing like a slot cut. But I feel like that's really risky. And also you need like two setups. So you need setup for going this way, and then you'd have to set it up going like this way, which kind of sucks. Oh, I definitely would have to like redesign this if I was to make this in metal. It's very much a 3D printing specific design. Yeah. Um. We will. Okay. I'm gonna stop dallying. Well, we'll call it a night. Thank you guys for coming along. Um. Specifically for Roro, if you're still here, I will message you later tonight, and then we'll get the final approval from you, and then we'll go ahead and get the ball rolling on. Oop, the fuck did my kind of exploded from my hands. Um, well, yeah, I'll get some final stuff done. I was kind of trying to do it earlier today, but one, I watched the Super Bowl, and then right after the Super Bowl, I just kind of like passed out. I watched the Super Bowl, I ate dinner, and then I just like fell asleep. The excitement of Kendrick Lamar calling Drake a pedophile on live TV and the most watched TV event in history was quite the excitement. Anyway, Have a good night. See y'all later. Um, stay safe. Don't get eliminated, and I hope. Um, yeah. Take care, everybody.